All right, we're back with Henry, and we are talking about eliminating fear in our life, in our psychology.
Exactly.
Henry, take it away.
Fear. It's all been instilled in us. We all have some fear, a fear of something. And the objective is to go back to before we had fear. I remember growing up as a child, not fearing anything. I mean, I would climb two-story buildings. I would jump off of two-story building roofs as a kid, jumping off of hills. And you don't have the fear as a child. And then all of a sudden, you get hurt. And then mom and dad instill fear. We all of a sudden have a finite ability. We could get hurt, we could die. And so that fear gets instilled in us of self-preservation. If we can go back before that time, we no longer have the fear. And the fear does no longer influence our decision making, which it does now. And so that is the whole objective, is to go back in time, find out and identify the moment that you had fear. I remember exactly the moment that fear was instilled in me, and get past that. And it eliminates all of these present decisions we make about whatever we're going to do, because fear is no longer a component in it. The fear of what school we're going to go to, what degree do we take, what job do we do, how do we handle finances. All of those fears go away because we no longer had the fear that was instilled in us in the first place.
Tell us the steps to eliminate fear now from our lives, if we're adults, if we're functioning right now.
Again, go back.
What are the steps?
Follow it all the way back. Go back to the moment, the first moment you can remember you had fear. First moment as a child that you had fear. And realize the fear was instilled. My fear was instilled by my dad. I had jumped off a roof of a chicken coop and caught my hand on a nail and ripped my hand open. And he commenced to tell me just how mortal I am, that I could have died. And that was the installation of fear. I went back to before that time, realized I jumped off a chicken coop just like I had done 100 times. This time I had gotten hurt. So that time I got hurt was not the reason to predicate or set up the rest of my life. And I have lived my whole life in fear, as everybody else does. But having gone back and identified that moment, I no longer fear anything. I have no fears. I don't fear dying.
Can you help people step through that process?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's realizing that we have that capability within us, and it's trusting us. Again, it's that fear, the fear of trust.
How can you help people step through that, Henry?
Most of the time, it's going through. A part of it is talking, simply talking through and try to get back and remember. Being an acupuncturist, a former acupuncturist, it's opening the channels, the spiritual channels that we have, the spiritual points, allowing us to go back in time to remember the points that we need to remember. Other ways is through medical qigong. It opens up our lines, our energy lines. There's many ways to do this, and it really is extremely simple. It's just being able to be guided how to do it.
And Henry, how would a person contact you?
They can go to my website, www.henrygnowell.com. It's just very simple.
Can you say that again more slowly?
It's www.henrygnowell.com. It's Noel, N-O-E-L, just like Christmas. And or write to me at henry@henrygnowell.com.
Great. Okay, next time we'll be talking about Henry's shamanism and his expertise in that area. Thank you.